So I'm out at the junkyard today looking for clutch pedals and stuff, and you just never know when you're going to get reunited with an old friend, somebody you spent a lot of time with. That's the old plow Jeep from my old shop. I was in that thing for almost every snowstorm we had for like, I don't know, probably 10 years in this thing. And it's funny because it's like, oh, well, how do you know it's that one for sure? Because some of them had the same graphics. So for one, it had the goofy graphics on it. Two, it had the chrome overlay grille. And three, I cut this trim piece to fit around the plow bracket. And those were the self-tapper screws that I used on everything there. And then come inside, I had mounted this back as far as it could so it would be out of the way of my knee as much as possible. And as the anti-seize on the axle hub from doing the brakes at some point. Pretty funny. Every once in a while. Oh, the other thing was, also, we had the wrong top on it, and I had to notch this out so you could actually open the tailgate. Oh, it's locked. At the right angle, this would have to come out and it come around the handle. It's funny, every once in a while you bump into something from your past. Here it is. Sad it's in the junkyard, but it's still cool to see it. Here's what we came for. This has 4-wheel disc brakes, so I'm going to grab the booster and master out of it, but it's also a standard. So at the same time I'm unbolting the booster, I'll have to take down the whole brake pedal and clutch pedal assembly out of it. Might be able to use that. I may also grab the brake and clutch pedal assembly out of the Jeep I used to plow in over there, if I have time. I only have about an hour. And then that one over there, I believe that has the pulleys I need and the power steering pump I need. Again, if I have time. I don't know how long this is going to take in this one right here, but let's get to it. Well, this one gave up the pedals, booster, master, proportioner valve. That one gave up the power steering pump, crank pulley, belts, and hoses. So yeah, so this one gave me up all the brackets, bolts, power steering pump, hoses, and that one was, again, all that other stuff. So there's the brake pedal assembly, booster, master, proportioner valve, power steering pump with the brackets. And they're kicking me out. They're closed. There's the haul. So I got the 2 belts, basically just for reference, because one's a little serpentine belt for the alternator. I have the water pump pulley that matches this, and I have the alternator pulley that matches this. The bottom pulley I have is damaged. So we got the pulley, 4-wheel disc brake, master, and proportionate valve, booster, brake pedal, clutch pedal, all that for the Camaro. And then I forgot to grab the clutch rod. Oh well. Then I got the power steering pump. It's got the 2 V-belts on it and all the random hardware like the double stud and this back piece here. Nobody puts this on. This is like the stabilizer for it. So you cut this bracket off here and you mount it to the header or the exhaust manifold. Just that edge, you do away with this. But for 80 bucks, that was a bargain. And before I left Colby's house, I hit him up for a couple of wrenches. That's my kit there, but it stops at a 15 on the wrench size. And I grabbed this 18mm, made it so I was able to get the power steering line off on this. So if I can use that power steering line, Colby just saved me a few bucks by having crow's feet in his own toolbox. And now I'll get this all bagged up, put away in the trunk. I'm gonna bring my buddy Ken's trailer back to him now. He's up the street. Pick up the rear end and some other parts he has, and then get back up. It's 5 o'clock already. The day is flying by. So I'll get something done later tonight, but we'll see where we land. Alright, so I'm over at my buddy Ken's garage where he has a bunch of stuff. He's loading up, he's moving the floor and whatnot. Should I force him to sell me that 31 Chevy?
It's not for sale!
Hear him up there? He says it's not for sale.
It's not for sale!
Alright, let me know. Should I force him? I'm going to post this video right now. Let me know. All right, so I'm over at Ken's place now. He's loading up a couple of containers. He's shipping off to Florida, so he's pawning stuff off on me. One of the things is a narrowed 48.8 rear end. That's the right width I need for the fleet line. So that's awesome. That's what I came down here for. Between working on the house and the project and being 100 miles away from everything, the bed of my truck is pretty much always full of everything. So on the way down, I'm like, damn, I got to make room for this axle in the bed of the truck when I get here. So there's the axle. Brand new Ford park and brake cables. LS clutch assembly with flywheel. New calipers, pads, rotors, park and brake shoes and all that stuff. The backing plates, the axles, G-body adjustable control arms, drive shaft for fitment purposes, and full set of wheels, collapsible fishing rod, and some Tyvek, and then a vintage Hurst inline shifter, inline 4-speed shifter that might be able to use on that car. So I gotta try and make room for all this stuff. Oh, also Monte Carlo seats. Those might actually fit it pretty well because I might be able to pull the headrests off and have it kind of look a little more vintage. But damn it. Sorry, Kobe. I got a little time to spend here. I'll be up as soon as possible. Here we are, 11 o'clock at night, and we're at Poor Charlie's Customs storage container. And where else can you find a parts store, performance parts place that's open at 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday? So just stopped by, coming back from my buddy Ken's house and picking up all the stuff, and this is what I picked up this time. So out of my random piles of stuff, I got exhaust expander, another set of headers that maybe might work, 5 quarts of 2050. Where else are you going to find bronze distributor gears this hour of night on a Sunday? And the pivot ball for the clutch Z-rod. Hopefully I don't lose that in the dirt. New B&MT handle. Some gear oil. And got my Eastwood bender here with a couple of sizes that I need. Those are seat belts for the car, a couple extra shift rods to possibly use as clutch linkage, and some 1 3/4 tubing that I can use to modify some headers. So the headers are 1 5/8 that I'm using, that I'm going to have to cut up. I have an idea, don't know if it's going to work yet. We'll find out soon. But this is 1 3/4 as close as I got. I got 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2 inch 2 1/4, 2 1/2, and 3 inch. I don't have 1 5/8. But 1 3/4 ID is 1 5/8. So may not look perfect. We're not going for looks, we're going for performance here. So it's bigger than the pipe that we're using, so it won't be a restriction, and I most likely won't have to flare any of it up. Just kind of slip it in, weld it, and keep going. So hopefully this all pays off, plus all the extra stuff I got from Ken. And I did have pizza at my favorite place down on the South Shore, that area, Mike's House Pizza. Typically go with Ken when I'm down the area, and he's moving to Florida, so tonight was probably my last time I'll have pizza there with Ken, and I've been doing it for years. But anyway, not that you care about that, but anyway, another good haul here of stuff that I'm going to need, so tomorrow I can be on the car all day. Today, didn't touch the car at all, just been hunting parts. I'll figure it out in the morning how many miles I put on and all that stuff today, but a lot of miles, a lot of driving, a lot of time invested. So anyway, this will be the end of today's update. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow will be a better one, I promise. And when it's 11 o'clock at night and you have 10-foot pipes, 5.5-foot bed that's full of stuff, and all your tie-down straps are buried way all the way inside, you find a random outlet in the parking lot, and you break out your porta bandsaw, and you roughly cut them in half. So you can throw them in the truck with the cap on it, because there's a cap on it. There's not racks or anything like that. And like I said, my tie-down straps are all buried. Throw them inside, shut the hatch, and I can go home. Now we're finally done.